Another day, another grind. But today, I had my first PvP battles against other human players. It was exciting. Just a quick note, my enemy was a bloody newbie, beginner. He never played that game. He was very much interested in it. He's a young guy, so I can already tell you when you watch all three matches here, you will see a huge improvement in his skill. And I'm kind of, well, respecting him and am a little bit, yeah, scared of his development. But yeah, let's get into it. You could see I had my elves, and I placed a vanguard troop over here, but he was also as smart as I was, and he did the same. He had his riders over here, but of course, because of his lack of experience, he didn't really notice that, and I could fire a lot of shots into him. Then I had my catapult, and I think his catapult wasn't really available. He hit it over here, no, but I know he had a catapult over there, but he didn't use it really. He wanted, I can explain to you, he wanted to use a lot of riders. He wanted to be mobile, and I tried to lure him out, cast a little bit of spells. Yeah, let's fast forward a little bit because nothing is happening. A little bit of a nice spell over here. And then let's check the other side. Here I was kind of, yeah, I think he didn't notice that, and that was pretty great. And over here on the flank, I had also my skirmish cavalry. Amazing thing, to be honest. It was a fight on 3 fronts, which, yeah, you will see was a little bit easy, right? But I try not to be an just a coward, so to speak. So after a couple of engagements and fights, I just went in. You moved my army up and up, slowly but surely. I kind of knew that probably from now on, here, that was a good engagement because he thinks now I have my only my bows here, right? The Shadow Walkers, but then the White Lions come inside, and because of the fact that he is fighting in a forest, I think his charge is probably not that effective, and I could fight here very well. And now you could also see my catapult was shooting inside. Of course, I didn't have to do a lot. On the right flank, I was just skirmishing, as you can see. And I think what he did a little bit of a, yeah, wrong, I would say, is he tried to chase me and then run away again. And chase me and run away. And that was kind of, I think, not the best decision, because I could shoot and shoot and shoot and take him apart on various flanks. Here as well, 1 unit is down. Now we can fast forward again, and now I'm engaging like into the fight. So you will see already in the next match he did a way better job, and now this unit takes a lot of damage, right? And the bear riders are jumping in, but I can kind of hold the line, and that's important. We're casting a little bit of spells, but he did as well, so. And my skirmishers are over here, still doing their job, and also on the other flank, we're kind of like positively shooting everywhere. And my white lions come from the side, so now we've really engulfed him. And you can see this unit, I don't know, didn't really shoot. Like, I would say I never saw it shooting. So it wasn't really dangerous for me. Nevertheless, I know that the Kiselites, or Kiselev, they fight until death, right? So, yeah. But you can see on the horizon that my troops are holding fairly well. I have everything shooting everywhere, and there is nothing he can do because of lack of experience. We're fighting and fighting. You can see here my artillery still shooting. I guess that my artillery later on didn't have any ammunition anymore, so I kind of wasn't relying on it again. And here we have, I think that was like a spell from the Kiselev. It looks like that, for sure. Probably too late, but I would say, nonetheless, he tried it out, right? Yeah, so now there's only like 1 or 2 units left. Nothing amazing, and we're engaging into Miss Tsarina Katerina, and then it's done. So here now you can see my White Lions did a good job, I would say. A lot of damage. Of course, the artillery he couldn't reach really, so that one was good. And also the Stalkers. So in general, all my ambush ambush troops did a great job. And as you can see, that was not so close. But the next game was already better. So this time my friend tried out the demons, right? Demons of Chaos. And you will see he did a better job. I took the Grand Cathay. I wanted to play a little bit with the War Compass, even though I remember it's not very great. But I thought this is a good opportunity to try it out. And this time you can also see his army is a little bit more, has more variance, you could say. So yeah, let's get into it. This time, I kind of positioned myself over here and then started to shoot with the Sky Junk. I wanted to see if he manages to understand that he needs to shoot them. But I am I think he didn't have a lot of ranged unit in general. So probably his Exalted Lord of Change could do something. But otherwise, you can see I'm kind of ripping him apart from above. And then I wanted to flank him again. So I moved in here, right, with Miao Ying. And those 2 terracotta enemies, I didn't know if he noticed them. I think he noticed them, but he moved over here. So he was still, again, exposed for a flank. Nonetheless, as you can see over here, he positioned a flank on his own. And that was kind of something new for me. I had to adjust to that formation. So let's fast forward over here. We are kind of like positioning. Each one is playing the formation game, I would say, or the formation dance. I also saw that this guy has, well, he has a lot of ammunition, and I used even his skill, right? He has like those drop bombs or something. And now Yao Ming could do something. Not much, but still a little bit of something. And now you can see he's like stretching out and trying to engage into my back line and get the Jade Warrior crossbows. So of course everything for him is a little bit slower, and I can shoot into it, and I'm kind of preparing into it. But when the fight is starting, I kind of left this flank a little bit unsafe. So he is moving in with all his demons, and I think he had, what did he have? He had like, I remember he had some, I don't remember. Well, maybe he didn't. I thought he had like some ranged units. So now he is like engaging into me. This flank is standing and I'm trying to engage him a little bit from the side. I still micromanage that really bad. I should have moved in front and then into the back. Then over here, Yao Ming is fighting the Nurglings and his lord is also approaching. So right now, my two Terracotta Sentinels are getting into melee and protecting kind of his flank for overlapping. Plus, Skyjunk did drop a little bit of some bombs. That was funny. Yeah, and now you can see on this flank here, he did a great job. Like, he outmaneuvered my front line and then moved into the back. Fortunately, as you can see, I am healing them up. Maybe that's not the best, but I tried. But you can see they are kind of almost breaking and then running away. And also those units were not the greatest anymore. And the same happened here. So my archer units were engaged into melee. That was not good. Not good at all. Nonetheless, when you think about it, those units here, those terracottas, took care of those two units, plus my Jade Warriors halberds are going into it. I'm trying to heal. This flank kind of broke with the archers, but still the other Jade Warriors are standing tall. Yeah, the War Compass, I don't know what it does. I thought, nice, he did use some great spell here. But you can see they're breaking, so I was lucky. And of course, once again, a little bit of my micromanaging, but that comes lack of experience, plus it is a lot going on for new players. So they're just standing here. When they could engage into the flank like they do now, that can always change, right? The whole fight can change. But I think he didn't really account for the terracottas that are doing their super martial art moves. So yeah, and I guess he didn't do anything with his lord unless he casted a spell or something. So in this case, I moved away. I don't know if that really hit me or not. Probably not, but now he's going into the War Compass. A little bit funny. Like, he should have went more into some other units. But it looked, to be honest, it looked not good for me. It was way more close than the first game, of course. And still, let's fast forward here a little bit, because this is now the scrappy part where I am destroying his units everywhere. And he kind of, that was also the problem. Like, his Lord of Change, Exalted Lord of Change, didn't go into melee fight or something. So that was kind of a blunder from his side. Now he's going in, but I did a little bit of a funny thing, because after that I said, let's fight dragon against demon. And yeah, they're breaking. He doesn't even have any units that stayed on the battlefield. And for me, that was more of a case. I had still my crossbows here. I had another crossbow, even though this crossbow unit really had a hard time. And now you can see I'm kind of going away, going into the fight, but that's all she wrote. And when you look at his performance right now, he did a way better job. Like, here, those Exalted Entourage, and also here, those demonettes. He did a good job this game, even though it was kind of still obvious that the experience is lacking. And the third game, that was the highlight for me and for him, I guess, so far. So third match, we went with, he did Slanesh, and I did go with the Dark Elves, and because I usually mess up Dark Elves. I don't know why, but every time I played them, they were kind of mediocre. I went with the Hydra, with a dragon, and yeah, to be honest, the dragon was really a underachiever in this match. So yeah, let's fast forward first because it took a little bit of time to set up. You can see I'm going onto the flank over here. I had my skirmishers. I have my War Hydra and the dragon over here. And then I'm setting up. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to have those dark shards just to hit him hard when he comes to the front. And now I'm shooting. That's probably the worst thing I could do, shoot into the forest. But now you can see he had way more troops than I had. And he is now outflanking me left and right. Of course, he gets a lot of damage into. And the dragon is incoming. But yeah, I didn't pay attention for the dragon. So he is going in. I should have used his breath attack. So he jumps in. Nothing really exciting. And here I'm fighting and shooting. I had Rockhard. So I wanted a melee fighter, plus those other two melee specialists. And now we have here a nice spell that kind of deleted almost all of my dark shards. Amazing. So as I said, that was good. But now I managed to come from the back, from the flank with the Hydra. And that was really good. And on the side flank here, I think he did really a problem because, or a mistake, because they couldn't run anymore. And he is running into me, and my guys survived. He pulls them back, and now my guys can survive and fight again. I have the Murderous Prowess here. To be honest, I never noticed if that did help or not. But the dragon is kind of like getting a lot of damage and is getting deleted like butter with a hot knife. I tried to help here, but this dragon is gone soon. Now my dark shards are getting into the melee fight, what is probably not the best. And my executioners are helping out here. And the War Hydra, I guess with the War Hydra fighting all those units here, kind of also stopping them to engage more. It's getting a little bit more messy. And here, another spell. So my friend is really getting better, guys. Unfortunately, I would say he didn't notice. And I have to tell him probably that there is friendly fire even with spells. But dragon is almost gone. But that was a blunder, now I see. So I would say, yeah, I need to tell him that. My Dread Spears are coming in. I still can shoot with my Dark Shards. And yeah, the Hydra did a good job over here. And now you can see from the side, from the flanks, I'm just moving in. If he would have managed to kill those units, I guess that it would have been harder for me, because you can see I'm also routing, so a lot of units are running away. My dragon is gone. I think the dragon is not even, he didn't even run away. He got like karate chop, like Turin would say, right? Got the Chuck Norris punch. But I still have my specialists over here, so they can fight. They're shooting. So now for him, it's really like he also now engaged with his Keeper of secrets. Both are fighting here pretty much. You can now see I'm also a little bit sleepy over here. I could have moved those units into this fight to support the Hydra. My cross like shards, star shards are running. So he kind of, it went not that well. But as you still know, I have dark shards over here. I have yeah, they're like running after that. That was also a mismanagement. Oh, I heard a spell over here somewhere, but it didn't help them anymore. The Hydra did a great job. Dragon was probably the worst investment in Dark Elf history. But here everything is falling apart. Let's fast forward because you can see the writing on the wall. I am shooting the Keeper of Secrets, and then it's done. So yeah, let's check his army out. So he had a couple of good engages, I would say, like with those Devoted Marauders, and also here with the this unit did a great job, like 13,000 damage. That's tough. Like, you can't really manage that better. And then everything else is kind of mediocre. I don't know, but that's like my understanding. But a couple of units, like you can even see the Herald of Slanesh did a good job, but I guess maybe he killed also his own units. And here for me, yeah, my dragon did only 3,000 damage. That's nothing. The Hydra didn't do more damage really, but the Hydra did a great job when it comes to just containing the enemy. And yeah, everything else was okay. Was a good test for me. Like, this unit did a great job. Like, wow, 8,000 on the Dread Spears. Good job. So that was my first PvP, and I think the next one will be against a way better opponent. He is a subscriber or a viewer for sure, and he asked me if we can do some sparrings because he has experience but only against AI. So that is going to be a real test, and I guess will be a hard one. But for now, I'm gonna fetch myself a green tea.